doing our 25th week update. So I feel like I've gotten a lot bigger since last time. I am going to get measurements. It's in a couple of days. I'm going to the doctor and we'll do that report next week, and we'll tell you all about that. There's a couple of items that I realized that I didn't get to mention in my 25th week. So one of my things, especially being in a wheelchair, is there can be like breathing problems. So what I've done to really help that, because whenever my leg spasms kick out, it causes a contraction that goes from all the way from my diaphragm to my psoas muscle, and when that contracts, like I can barely breathe at all. So now I've started to sleep on a wedge. So this is wedge I sleep on. So that way my back is up. Obviously you can use some pillows. I already had this wedge, so that's what made it easier. I used to do sit-ups on it, so now it's just like a really great back support. So I've been using this for back support. I cover it with a pillow, and sometimes I also have a pillow for my head. So this is one of the supports. Also, I sleep like a huge help, and then also it helps when I'm getting up, because when I'm all the way down and if my legs lock out because of my spasms, it's really difficult for me to sit up, and it's only going to get more difficult as I get bigger. So this is a big support. You can obviously use multiple pillows instead of this, but this has been a huge help. Thank you. Another thing that I forgot to mention last time, I did talk about how I use the diapers at night to make sure that when I pee that they catch, but sometimes there's so much pee, it will go through, and instead of having to change my sheets every day, which is a very difficult process, and also I don't want my husband to have to change the sheets every day or multiple times a week, so instead of that, I put this mat down. It's kind of like a big baby changing mat. So I put this down instead. So I sleep on this every night. So if I do pee, if it goes through, then this catches everything. So then in the morning, that's all I have to do is just wrap this up, and then I just throw this in the washer. Also, I sweat sometimes. I don't know if other people have this problem with spinal cord injury, but I have a sweating problem that happens randomly, and some of it might have to do with, I also have some hip problems. So I have avascular necrosis in my hips, and that's sometimes an indicator of like sweating a lot at night. So this is also like, if I sweat a lot, then I don't have to change like the whole entire queen bed, the sheet, and then the mattress protector. So then that's all we're doing is changing this, and then I usually lay a sheet over top of it. So this is like pretty much a big baby changing mat. So this has been like super, super helpful. It makes it a lot easier. And then another thing that's been happening now that I'm getting bigger is that my stomach is getting smaller. So I've had to start like eating a lot smaller portions of food. Sometimes I'm not the best at that because I'm pregnant and I want to eat a lot. So then I eat too much food, or I drink too much fluid, or I have too much carbonation, and then I get a lot of acid reflux. So I went online and I got a thing of Tums, and I actually thought it was going to be a small thing of Tums. I thought it was like this small, and I was like, oh man, I have this huge thing of Tums. But I go through these like candy because I've had so much acid reflux, and it doesn't matter what I eat. I can eat a salad, I can eat a pizza, it doesn't matter if it's like high fat, it's just like acid reflux city. So I just have to, but this has been a lifesaver. Like I have these like right next to my bed at night, because that's usually when I have it, is when I lay down at night, is really when I start to get the acid reflux. So I always have these like really close. So as you can see, I've gone through almost a half of the thing of them already. So these are super helpful. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that I do want to breastfeed as soon as the baby comes out. So I've been thinking about that and trying to prepare. So some of the things that I've been thinking about now to prepare, so as soon as the baby does come out, we're really ready for him, is that I wanted to get a breast pump. So I did a lot of research, and then also I have like really good health insurance at being a teacher. So having that health insurance, I researched, so I went on my medical supply. My medical supplier I use Byram Healthcare. So I went on their site and then I put in my insurance, and then it actually popped up all of the breast pumps that would be free with my insurance. So then I did some research on which breast pumps that I thought would be best, and then I called some friends, I talked to some moms, and I was like, what's gonna be the best? Because being a first mom, you really have no idea. So the ones that I got like the best reviews and that was able to, oh, I just pressed about that. Okay, and that has a lot of versatility was the Spectra Pump. This is the Spectra S2 Plus. And this was totally free with my health insurance. And I was able to, once I was online, I just put in really fast, I put in my health insurance information, I put which pump I wanted. They had like 10 different ones that were available, but this one, after doing research, turned out to be the best one. There's another one, there's Spectra S1. The big difference between Spectra S2 and S1, S1 is kind of like it has a rechargeable port, so you can kind of maybe move around more with it, but they were gonna charge me an extra $75 and it wasn't gonna be free with my insurance. So I just decided to go ahead and get the one that was free. So this one, it has a lot of options. I mean, I can't really give a proper review right now of it because I haven't used it, obviously, but it does do suction at different speeds. You can kind of change the suction. You can breastfeed both breasts at the same time. But overall, this was the best option that I found with all of the different reviews and the people I spoke with. That was also covered in my health insurance. So I kind of went through a process. So I'll have to do a review later with this when I actually use it though. So, but I wanted to make sure I have it before the baby comes and that I got it through my health insurance for free. Okay, so being in a chair, like I said before, I do catheterize. And so me and my husband, he's been helping me a lot with the catheterization. And then once you have the baby, obviously the baby's putting a lot of pressure on your bladder, and so your bladder can really only hold like maybe 200 milliliters. So we have decided recently that we're gonna take kind of intermittent times off. And so I've actually put in a Foley bag, which is a bag that, honestly, this is kind of a blessing being in a chair because not every woman can do this. So I actually put in a catheter that keeps the pee so that way I don't have to catheterize every 2.5 hours. So that's been like a huge help. I mean, we're only doing it, I don't want to keep it in all of the time because what happens if I keep the Foley bag in all of the time, the bladder forgets how to hold pee. So that's part of one of the reasons I don't want to keep it in all the time. Another reason I don't want to keep it in all the time is that it will also increase my reoccurrence of urinary tract infections. But to just have a day where I didn't have to think about like catheterizing every 2.5 hours. So I did that today. And then sometimes I'll also use a Foley bag at night. I do put them in myself. There's YouTube videos you can get, and you can get your supplies through your healthcare provider. Your urologist should be able to prescribe getting the supplies so that you can put it in yourself. It's really easy to do. If you know how to catheterize yourself, then it's just as easy as catheterizing yourself to put it in. So that's been kind of a nice break from having to catheterize every 2.5 hours. And the other thing is I got back lab results recently. They did a gestational diabetes test because that's what they do at 24 weeks. So when I got that blood work done, I don't have the results back from the gestational part, but I did get results saying that I am low in iron now. So now I'm kind of borderline, so now I had to start taking iron supplements. So that being said, iron, what happens is once you start taking iron supplements, number one, your poop is black, don't worry about it. Your poop is gonna be black and you're gonna have some constipation. So like I said before, with the constipation, I'm using the Permalax. Permalax is still working, so I still feel like I have a good flow. So now I started taking iron. I also started trying to eat more vegetables that have, I'm a vegetarian, so I'm starting to eat more vegetables that also have more iron to supplement the iron. Originally when I went in and I told them I was a vegetarian, I said, oh, is this gonna be a problem with the baby? Should I eat meat? And they said, no, don't worry, your hemoglobin looks really good. So I didn't have to worry about that in the beginning, but then now we can see that the baby does need more iron. So now we're using the iron supplements, which is actually pretty common. I've had friends that also have had to take iron supplements. And then the last thing, which we're super excited about, is that we have registered for our baby shower through Amazon. Amazon, I felt like, was the easiest way to register, especially right now with COVID. So we have organized a virtual baby shower, and then I registered through Amazon. And the thing that I really liked about Amazon is that whatever people, well, number one, it gives you like categories, because being a new mother, you're like, oh, what do I need? I'm not really sure what I need. But I really liked how Amazon had like the different sections. So then you could go through each section. Obviously they want you to spend more money, but it was also nice to like go through, like, they would go through like the nursery section. What do you need for bedding? What do you need for nursing? What do you need for baby health care? What do you need for diaper changing? So it was a really nice like setup, and I liked how they had it set up. So you can go through each section and really think about what you need for your newborn. I'm kind of a minimalist, so I tried to just choose a few things that we really need, because I don't need my house full of stuff, even though baby has already started moving in. So Amazon was really easy to use. Also, another thing I liked about using Amazon was that after your baby shower, whatever you don't get, Amazon gives you 15% off, which is pretty cool, because it's all stuff I want to get. So that's gonna be awesome, like afterward. And then people can also, if you have a large purchase item, like a $300 item, somebody can just give you like $10 towards that item, or $20 towards that item. They don't have to buy the whole item. So that's what's really also nice about Amazon, because sometimes you have those big priced items that people don't necessarily want to spend that much money. So we have been really blessed. I feel like it's like Christmas. People have been giving us a lot of stuff off of our registry, so that's really exciting. So we're pretty excited about our baby shower, which is going to be virtual because of COVID. So all of that has been set up, and now we're getting stuff and we're kind of helping to fill our nursery for the baby. Little baby Ashman is coming. So this is our summary for week 25. I really thank you guys for joining us. I hope this is educational for you guys. I know we're getting a lot of views, so please subscribe so that you can keep getting our updates. Our plan is still to keep doing this every week, so there's always a lot going on when you're pregnant. So thank you.